Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mattel Jurassic World review. Today we're taking a look at the new Dino Trackers Wild Raw Regaliceratops. This newest round of Dino Trackers, we've seen a whole slew of new species being added to the Jurassic World line, next to which is this awesome looking Regaliceratops. Now I ended up picking this figure up off of Amazon. I'll leave a link down below in the description if you want to order this figure for yourself. I don't think these have been found at retail stores yet in the US, but I'm sure it's just a matter of time before these stop popping up at Target and Walmart's. So let's go over the package really quick before we take a closer look at this figure. We got the Jurassic World logo down here, beta and blue. The Regaliceratops is from the desert biome, because it's from northern Alberta, and Alberta is known for its deserts. Dino Tracker logo down here, and then spinning around, we get a picture of the Regaliceratops and how its action work. And down here are the other figures in this wave. I did pick up the Orcoraptor. I'll be reviewing that one next. We already did the Nigrosaurus, and over here is the new Irritator. Yeah, definitely not picking that one up. We just got the Hammer Collection one, which is a far superior figure. I don't need another goofy ass looking Irritator in my collection, so that will do it for the packaging. Let's crack this figure open and take a closer look. And here's the Regaliceratops out of the packaging. I have to say, this is a really nice looking figure. The main line has been really up and down the last year or so since Dominion came out. The quality's been all over the place, but this is a really nicely sculpted figure. I feel like the Ceratopsians from Mattel have fared a lot better than other genus of dinosaurs, especially the theropods. Mattel goes a little bit crazy with those, but the Ceratopsians, for the most part, I think have been pretty great. So yeah, really nice looking figure. The whole body is this mustard yellow color. It actually has a decent, coherent paint scheme. You got some green and dark purple for the back and the size of the thigh. There's some nice coloration on the frill. Wish the beak was painted just to give it a little bit more definition, but it doesn't look like it's just randomly painted. Like some thought actually went into this. Yeah, just really like the figure. They got the head pretty much right. A little bit exaggerated features. Which Mattel is known to do with the Jurassic dinosaurs. And you do have a row of quills going down its back. Ever since the Targasaurus was discovered with quills, a lot of paleo art has featured the larger Ceratopsians with quills on their back, so you really can't blame Mattel for throwing those up on there. But yeah, all around, really cool looking figure. I like it. And now for some measurements. This figure is 11 inches long from the tip of the snout to the tip of the beak, or just under 28 centimeters. And 5¼ inches tall to the top of the frill, or 13.3 centimeters. So Regaliceratops in real life was around 16 feet long, or 5 meters. So I'll put this figure nicely in the 1/18 scale range. And now let's zoom in and take a look at some of the finer details on this figure, starting with the head. Really nice head sculpt on here. Yeah, it has some exaggerated features like this extra long nose horn, but for the most part, they nailed the look of what a Regaliceratops head should look like. The whole body is cast in this mustard yellow color. Lots of nice scale detail over. I have to say, Mattel has gotten a lot better with their sculpt of their figures. Just too bad the paint jobs don't show off all that wonderful detail. Really wish the beak was painted. You can see brown flecks mixed in with the plastic. It does add some nice definition to the overall look of the figure. You do have some really dark green coloration on the head, and the horns are the exact same color. Eye is painted green with a black pupil. All the horns on the side have a nice like airbrush look to them. They actually really didn't have to paint them. I wouldn't have been surprised if the figure didn't come with these painted, but they at least did that. You do have some nice coloration on the frill, a nice coherent pattern. It's nice to see that on a Mattel mainline figure every once in a while, because sometimes the paint jobs are just absolutely all over the place. You can see the mouth is sculpted with the beak open, and then going underside, do some nice detail. Not really too much detail underneath. That's the speaker for the electronics, which we'll get to later. And then going down to the body, nicely sculpted body, all large osteoderms peppered throughout. Nice, bulky, powerful looking forearms and hind legs. Really big, elephant looking, claws on here. None of the I came and talked today. None of the claws are painted. Pretty typical for most of the mainline figures. And then going to the top, we get that nice green mark pattern with these really dark purple blotches. I really like the purple. As I knock my camera open, man, I am having an off day today. More of that dark purple on the hind legs. And then going down to the tail, we got these quills right here, and we have a little patch of quills right here. And that is the barcode for those who want to scan it into the fax app. And then going down, we have a nice proportionate looking tail. So yeah, all around a really Really nice looking figure. I like it so much, I might actually go back and just add some paint of my own and bring out some of the details. I don't do that really often with my figures, but I do quite like the sculpt on this figure. Now for articulation, it's pretty basic. The front legs move forwards and backwards just a little bit, but there's like a joint in here. So like as you move the leg forward, it's gonna swing up and lock into place. So there's really no in between this neutral position and the leg up position. For some reason, it's even tighter on the other side. Hey, we'll get to the electronics in a second. Just swings up and it just stays there. There's really no in between, but you do have a hinge on those front legs. Back legs can move backwards and forwards just a little bit, and there is a hip pivot in there, and then you have the completely useless tail rotation, which I just can't stand. Yes, I know it's a connection point for the tails to get these figures in the package, but I really just wish they had added a hinge to the tails so you can swing the tails back and forth. Now for the action feature, you do have this little lever that swings back and forth, much better than the sliders that we saw back in the Camp Cretaceous days. So you just want to swing this from side to side. And you get some nice Ceratopsian roars. Or Hadrosaur roars. And a carnivore roar. And every herbivore has to come with a carnivore roar. But yeah, just swing this side to side, get some nice head swinging action. Now for comparisons, here it is with the Hammond Collection Robert Muldoon. This is a 1/18 scale human figure, and this Regula is actually 1/18 scale, so it gives you a good idea of how big Regaliceratops was in real life. And now let's do some other Regaliceratops toy comparisons. Here it is with the Beast of the Mesozoic version, and here it is with Safari Limited version. You can see, Mattel pretty much nailed the look of it. A little exaggerated on the head, but they nailed what a Regaliceratops should look like. And if you're big into the Hammond Collection, definitely check out the Beast of the Mesozoic figures. I always say it when I take one out during comparisons in these Mattel reviews. They're really fun figures. Yeah, they're a lot more expensive than the Hammond Collection, but they are absolutely beautiful and they're scientifically accurate. And let's do a few Mattel Ceratopsians. Here it is with the Dino Tracker Diablo Ceratops, and here it is with the Dino Rivals the Pseudoceratops, and here it is with one of my least favorite figures in recent years, the Legacy Collection Cosmoceratops. And next up, here it is with its wave mate, the Nigersaurus, and here it is with the previously reviewed Dino Tracker Bista Haversa Nigersaurus. And lastly, here it is with a St. Mary River Formation group shot. These are some of the dinosaurs that lived alongside Regaliceratops. We have Troodon, Albertosaurus, and Pachyrhinosaurus. So final thoughts on Mattel's take on Regaliceratops. I really like this figure. It's definitely my favorite of the whole Wild Roar assortment. Just really well done, nicely detailed. It's fairly accurate. They nailed the head shape of Regaliceratops. Mattel's been pretty great with most of their Ceratopsian figures. Even though the paint apps are sparse, it actually has a nice cohesive paint scheme to it, unlike a lot of the other figures in the main line. So all around, a really fun figure. I'm glad I picked it up. Now, like I said at the beginning of the review, I ended up picking this figure off of Amazon. The link is down below in the description if you want to get one for yourself. So that will do it for the review. I still got the Orco Raptor, the review. A few more Mattel things coming in, Holland Goods, Apatosaurus. I got a lot of stuff coming in over the next few weeks, and getting absolutely killed in the wallet for it. But hey, that's what us collectors do. So stay tuned for all that. And as always, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously and is greatly appreciated. I'll see you guys for the next one.